All right, Shalom. First and foremost, all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rachak that belong to our apostles, the bishops, the elders of the great millstone who teach, guide, and rule well. And greetings, salutations, blessings, much love unto you, hopeful elect. Shalom unto you. Your brother Shaquan with a quick video. Just want to go into the MOTB. All right. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Let's see if I can bring it up. All right. So I will read Revelation, the 13th chapter. But keep in mind, this is what the World Economic Forum. Matter of fact, let me Google that and see what we can get out of that. It says the World Economic Forum chair Klaus Schwab declares on Chinese state TV, China is the model for many nations. Praise China's achievements at modernization since the late 70s. Right, let's get to the World Economic Forum.
Georgetown University President's Office. As stated in its mission, it engages business, political, academic, and other leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industry agendas.
You see, so basically they control the world. If you want to really, get down, it engages business, political, academic, and other leaders of society to shape global, regional, and industry agendas. So the world's agendas is what this place does, okay? And it's the chair that said that was the main goal of the WEF. Provides a global, impartial, and not for profit, platform for meaningful connection between stakeholders to establish trust and build initiatives for cooperation and progress. Right? The World Economic Forum is the international organization for public-private cooperation. So it's bringing everybody together, basically. So they're running the world, in other words. Okay? So, and the thought that should be coming together is NWO, New World Order. Okay? Because it's about economics, so bringing everything into to shape a way of life that makes the world connect and on the same page is what it's really talking about, which we know that's the let me grab it, the MOTB system, okay? Which here in Revelation the 13th chapter, you wouldn't have to do that if everybody was on one page and there was positivity happening in the world, okay? Because that's what the Israelites, when they finally rule in the kingdom of heaven, is going to be on one accord. All right? But this is what we got for now, right? It says, Revelation chapter 13, starting at verse 15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And when you look at what that image of the beast is, it's that way of life that they're talking about, okay? And China is that model for that, all right? So let me grab the article. Okay, let's start here with this. Biometricupdate.com. Don't fight identity fraud without us. Yeah, we know that's an issue today, right? And most of it's happening because of computers and online. All right. Not that it wasn't a problem before, but it is also now. But this says Asian banks deploy biometrics and digital ID for security additional services. Korea, Vietnam, Philippines explore possibilities from security to onboarding. Okay. Right. So we say, it says, shows her there online. Look, clearly there's a lady there with online, right? It says, as digital identity gains prominence in a financial industry beset by fraud, nations in Asia are enabling banks to lead on digital and mobile ID integration. Okay, so they're trying to identify you through these computers and give you one identity on the computer because people are taking IDs and moving them around and stealing identification and using people's personal things. Okay, they're doing all these different things, but this is all gonna lead, and because they have to find everybody, they have to find everybody. What's the other definition of the word I'm looking for? To pardon me, the word escapes me, but to identify everybody, I guess is the way to say it. You have to first have them all biometrically, because that's where the differences are. Okay, because all the particulars are in your identity, so they have to put your um, what's the word, biology onto into a computer system. All right, and that's whether it's fingerprint, eye scans, blood type, and eventually they'll put um, the C-hip in you. Okay, South Korea banks introduced digital ID to connect private public sectors. All right, and I'm not reading these. You can pause and read if you like. Um, okay, see if there's anything. Vietnam. Yep, I'll slow down for you. Mobile passport is a word that jumped out, right? Mandatory military service. Look, you got to get it. Okay, Vietnam mandates facial recognition for large bank transfers. Okay, so your facial recognition has to be there. We know the software is there now. They're doing it in China already. Okay, I did a video recently where a guy tried to scan from a certain place and he realized it wouldn't scan him. And then so he was like, damn. So he took off running down the street and somebody was filming from the bus. He ran about 2 blocks all out. When the bus stopped, he barely caught it, and then he was able to get access from the next block over. Okay, what can actually do that? Well, this system will be able to do that. You can't get on at certain places. You can't get off at certain places. You can't travel certain distances. They're trying to control every little detail. Okay? Facial recognition, biometric infrastructure. Look. There's still a risk that criminals could use deepfake technology. I'm just the stuff jumping out. Okay? I'm not even reading it. Like I said, this is just the simplicity biometric verification. This is just the simplicity of what they're talking about. These key words that are jumping out. National Digital ID improves efficiency inclusion in Philippines. Okay, National Digital ID System, Malay Bank, Business Insight. Excuse me, financial inclusion. Okay, digital identity, national ID, biometrics, banking. Okay, goes back to the headline. And when I read the next thing, you'll see it, right? Asia banks deploy biometrics and digital ID for security. Okay, and I'm trying to think, those that give up security for convenience deserve neither. I think is how it goes, something to that effect. It says this one says that was that Fox. Who was that? This is biometric.com. This one is dnyuz.com, right? China wants to start a national internet ID system. Okay, so now they can police it from the internet. But what are they also talking about? We know that. Let me grab it while I'm thinking it. Now, as I Googled it, it was T-Mobile text messaging monitoring, right? And it said, no, they're not going to start policing customers' personal texts. Yeah, this ain't the initial, but you don't think it'll move there? If you're policing the internet, you're now held accountable. So when people step out of bounds or speak against a certain regime or genre or whatever group, they're going to have to police that. Okay, but it says down here at the USA Today, T-Mobile targets firms, not consumers, with fines for harmful text messages. And that's the fact checking with Snopes. Has it also. You know, USA Today fact check, right? Okay, so you see what they're talking about. This is a moving in that direction, whether you want to believe it or not. Okay, back to the article. China wants to start a national internet ID system. Remember, they're the model. All right. It says it's hard to be anonymous online in China. Websites and apps must verify users with their phone numbers, which are tied to personal identification numbers that all adults are assigned. See it? Now it could get more difficult under the proposal by China's internet regulators. The government wants to take over the job of verification from the companies and give people a single ID to use across the internet. All right. Excuse me. It says the the Ministry of Public Security and the Cyberspace Administration of China say the proposal is meant to protect privacy and to prevent online fraud. Okay, which they said security was the reason for the banking ID in Asia. Okay, so this is what they're doing. Okay, this is what. Let me get another precept. Okay, Second Thessalonians chapter 2. And when you get into this, man, this man has to be revealed for this plan, for this plot, if you will. Okay, this is what this man's about. This is what he's doing. It says, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'll start up at verse 3. It said, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Okay, and what is he doing with that position? He wants to control everything. What a godlike control. Okay, and he's gonna deceive the people by saying it's about security, but really, okay, yeah, it'll secure certain things, but it also gives him godlike power. That's why I enjoy the original what was the name of the Schwarzenegger movie? Jeez, drawing blank today. The original Total Recall. In that movie, the guy that had complete control over Mars could turn the air off if he didn't get what he wanted. Okay? Which, when I go back and read in Revelation, it'll tell you that he has complete control, that he can kill you if you don't follow this model of life, this image. Okay? And that's the issue. All right? All right? It goes on to say more here. I jump to verse 9. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. For this cause the Most High shall give them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. The people are going to believe this lie. Okay? And we've been calling this wicked man the Edomites that run the world. Okay? The Illuminati. Okay? We've been calling them out about their agenda. Okay? But the Most High is using them for a particular purpose to the end. Okay? To bring forth the end. They have a role in this. Okay? But this is what they're trying to set up, and they want to use what they're doing in China with these 15-minute cities and so on and so forth to run and control the world. Too many rogue and wild people out there with their free thinking that's messing up their whole agenda or stalling it or whatever you want to call it. Okay? And we want it to come. Okay? From the as a true believer of his word, we want it to come, because as it gets closer and as it's right about to be fulfilled, like it says, as he's about to fill his belly, then should the Lord upset him. Okay? In the midst while he is eating. And all of this is supposed to happen right at the last moment. Okay? So we need this to come to pass for this to go to come forward. All right, so I hit you with the articles. You can look more into those articles if you like. Let me finish up in Revelation. I read it, verse 15 again. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And the technology is what's able to give life to this way of life. Okay, make it reasonable, make it work. Okay, because now the technology world is going to make it safer. It's going to protect you. Your ID could be stolen. This is all this stuff is happening over the internet, but now they're also gaining complete control. Right? It says that the image, that way of life of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. Right? And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, when you look into that word there, the word is charagma, which goes into implant or incision. It doesn't say implant, but it describes it. Basically, an impaling of the skin. I'll go there. All right, this is in the blue letter now, same verse 16 in Revelation, the 13th chapter. All right. Going to these words. Cause it all. Say everybody. All right. You get down to mark. Charagma. Right? Go into that. Stamp or imprinted mark. Stamp on the forehead or the right hand as a badge of the followers of the Antichrist. A mark branded upon horses. So a branded mark. Thing carved, sculpture, graven work, idolatrous images, right? Go to all that. Scratch or etching, okay, as a badge of servitude, right? Let's go into the root word, karax, right? Karaso, to sharpen to a point, akin through the idea of scratching. A pale or stake, a palisade, okay? So what does a stake do? It goes in you like a needle. All right? A trench, something goes into it. You gotta see this. Sharpen to a point. Okay? And you put something in there. All right? Showing you what this all goes into, all right? Back in the text it says, now for the word mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell. And that's the complete control. If you can't buy or sell, they have complete control over you. Because how are you going to buy to eat when we're completely a consumer nation and you can't sell? I'm talking about the people. The people, if you can't buy, you can't feed yourself. You can't have a place to live. You can't sell. Okay, you can't make any money to buy. So there's nothing you can do. Save he that had the mark, except if you have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. Okay, the mark of the beast. It's not just the numerals that do it, it's the technology that connects with that. And that barcode system is that technology within that. And now they're using QR codes now. But that technology has sprouted into such a thing that it's easy to move this information around digitally. Okay? And that's why you got to know this is a technocracy. And what's going to be a part of that technocracy? Moving robots, AI, all this stuff ties into it. Okay? So I just want to bring this out, that model is being set up and they're moving forward in Asia. Okay? But we know Asia, particularly China, will be the model for many nations. We know they want that over here in America and in the UK. Okay? Particularly the spots where the EU and the NATO, which is that beast that we read up in 15 again, okay, that beast system will be those nations, okay? They're still trying to get a foothold in the Middle East as well, all right? But this is going to play out well, man, at the end. I love how this is about to play out. A lot of drama as far as what Russia's doing, okay, all these other nations, Iran and all of that. All of this is going to play out well. all in the favor of the Israelites. Okay, so I'm going to end it there. Giving all praise and glories unto Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rachak that belongs to our apostles, the bishops, the elders of the great millstone. And greetings, salutations, blessings unto you. Hopefully, to the next one. Shalom.